Hello and welcome everyone in More to Chess. The four players were eliminated yesterday and we have four players in the semi-final which started today, which are Magnus versus Rajubov and Ian versus So. In this video I am going to analyze the first game between Magnus Carlsen and Temur Rajubov. Let's start. Magnus with the white pieces and Rajubov with the black. Magnus played e4, Rajubov played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and we all know this famous opening setup called Geico piano, white castles. Now knight f6, d3, castle, bishop to g5, bishop to e7, and h3. This is Magnus Carlsen's preparation. It is rare move, not used at high levels, very less played. Black played h6, attacking the bishop. Now bishop to d2, not bishop e3. If white played bishop e3, then after d5, e takes d5, knight cross d5, this knight is attacking the bishop. And as we generally know, it's not good to trade bishops with the knight. So he played bishop to d2. Now after d5, attacking the bishop. E takes, knight takes, the knight is not attacking the bishop. Knight c3, developing and also attacking the d5 knight. Now bishop e6, guarding the knight. Bishop to b3. In case if white take this knight, bishop takes, queen takes, then the position is equal and now it is more hard to play for a win. So preserving more pieces is generally good if you wanted to play for a win. So bishop b3, knight cross c3, b cross c3. Here taking with the bishop instead of the pawn is also good, but Magnus wants to restrict this knight's activity, so he takes with the pawn. Now bishop cross b3. If not bishop cross b3, then black have to retreat his bishop, because if not, then white will take and the black's pawn is doubled, so he takes himself. Now a cross b3. Now pawn are looking good than before, as we can see here. a5, preventing b4 ideas. White played rook e1, attacking this pawn twice. Now bishop d6, guarding the pawn. c4 with some bishop c3 ideas, attacking the e5, or also c3 with some expansion, preventing this knight's activity. Rook to e8, supporting this pawn further. Bishop to c3, attacking the pawn. Since white don't have any other play on this side or this side of the board, so he have to attack, he have to play in the center. Bishop to b4, since white's bishop is active and also dangerous because of the artificial fianchetto you can see, and also seeing on the king side, so a potential threat in the future, so black wants to trade. Now bishop cross b4, a takes b4. White also exchanges a pair of rooks, not a pair of a single rook. Rook cross 8, queen cross 8, and now queen d2, putting some pressure on this pawn and also knight, since he have to protect this pawn. Now rook to e6, protecting, adding some more protection to the rook, because d4 is coming at some point, and after takes, black's rook will be hanging, and it's the queen's responsibility to always protect the rook, so he already protect his rook by the f pawn. c3, trying to open this diagonal in order to add some more attacker to the e5 pawn. Now queen to a5, forcing the exchanges. C takes b4, queen cross b4, and here Magnus goes for the extra pawn for some time by exchanging the queens. Queen cross b4, Magnus exchanges the queen because there is not much in the position to push for. Knight takes b4, and now rook cross e5, taking an extra pawn for some time. Now rook cross e5, knight cross e5, and also defending d3, so black have to push f3 to remove the knight. Now knight f3, knight cross d3, king f1, activating the king. King to f7, black also does the same. Knight to d4, defending the pawn with some ideas, knight b4 and knight f5 in the future. Now c5, in order to attack the knight and also attack this pawn via c1 square. Knight f5, here Magnus plays actively and counter-attacking instead of going to knight f3, knight c1 and knight d2, protecting the pawn passively. Black plays knight c1, now knight d6 check, attacking the pawn and the king. King to e7, knight takes b7, knight takes b3 and also protecting the c5 pawn. King to e2, king d7, both kings are heading towards their enemy knight. king d3, king to c7 attacking the knight, king to c3 since there is no move for the knight, king cross knight, king cross knight, king to a6, king to a4, f5, and everything here is absolutely equal and symmetrical, so there is no way to make progress. f4, h5, and after this it's not even slightly possible. h4, g6, g3. Now these two squares are the only square to go from this territory to other territory which is already blocked. So king b6, king to a3, king a5, king b3, king to a6, a3, a5, king b3, king a6, a3, and a5. And the game ended in a draw by threefold repetition. This is the example of typical Super GM games where both played very accurately and there is no way to exploit anyone at any point. And yes, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, then subscribe for more contents. Bye bye.